She pulls down the wall around the roses. Mother and the victim, mama be the sister, mama be the bracelet. I'm learning how to fix her. Liberate your sons and daughters. The she's like, but in the hole there's water. As you wish you be the whole your life, and if you don't feel good, what are you doing it for? She goes, you're a little too high, a little too low. No self-esteem and vertigo. Think she's made of candy. Hey, oh, here she goes. You're a little too loud, a little too low. Think she's made of candy. Liberate your sons and daughters. The bush is hot, but in the what are you doing it for? 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 Hey, oh, here she goes. You're a little too high, a little too low. No self-esteem and vertigo. She thinks she's made of candy. Hey, oh, here she goes. You're a little too loud, a little too low. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2012 Our Comedy's UK's Got Talent National Final! Fantastic! 12,000 inspires, ladies and gents, boys and girls. what a performance have we just seen? Let's hear it, come on! Absolutely brilliant. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, very good evening and welcome to the venue here at Seawick. Now, I can tell you we are in for a fantastic competition ahead this evening. Are we all up for a good time? We are. Well, ladies and gents, you have but one job to do this evening. Just one job, and that job is very, very important. One of the most important jobs, in fact, this evening. It is your job to give absolute as much support as you possibly can to each and every act. Can we do that? We can. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go through the parts, and I want to hear you cheer. I want to hear you scream, clap, and go wild when we get to your part. So let's start off. Felix Sophie, where are we? Fantastic. Seawick. St. Joseph. Oakland, where are we? Steeple Bay. Where are we, Sheerness? And Hearts, show yourselves. We got Alberta. That's some good cheer in Alberta. Seaview. Seaview, that's Frenchman's Beach. Winchelsea. Beauport. Beauport sounding good. New Beach. Maui. Lakeside. Jolly Sands. Golden Sands. Waterside. Let's go. And last but not least, Riviera Bay. Fantastic. Well, ladies and gents, as I say, it is your sole job this evening to support your competitor. They are competing to the grand champion this evening here at National